G'day guys, welcome to Glenn's Aussie Barbecue. Today we're doing baby back ribs. We're also going to make a ginger beer glaze. So I'm going to get started on that first. I've got a medium sized saucepan and I've got 3 cups of Bundaberg ginger beer. And I'm going to bring that to a simmer. And I'll let that reduce down to half until it has a maple syrup consistency. Now that's been around 20 minutes. It hasn't thickened up as much as I thought it would, but it's reduced down by half at least, and the flavour is so bloody intensified. It tastes fantastic. So I'm going to take that off now. I'm just going to let that cool because that will thicken up, I imagine, while it's cooling. And I'm going to start the next stage. So, new saucepan, medium heat. Now I'm just going to add my ginger beer reduction glaze sticky stuff. I'm just going to stir that through now. I'm going to let that simmer for 25 minutes and we'll come back and see how she looks. Now while we're waiting for our sauce, we'll just prep our baby backs. They've still got the silver skin on the back, so I'm just going to take some of this loose skin off, loose meat. Probably around 1/3 of a cup of rub I'll just use there on that back side. Probably around 1/2 cup on the top. Now I'm just going to let this sit out here until that rub sweats and adheres to the meat a little bit. Then I'm going to put it on a plate, wrap it in Glad wrap, chuck it in the fridge. Now let it sit there for a few hours while I sort the Kamado out. You want that rub to be, you want this rib to be almost dripping in wetness, juiciness when you put that on the Kamado. I don't like having any dry rub on there, on the rib when it goes on. We've taken our sauce off the heat. It's cooling as we speak. We've prepped our ribs. Now we're ready to start doing the fun stuff. So I've got 3 big chunks of peach wood scattered through my fire bowl there. I've got a fire lighter right there. I'll light that up. I'll let that burn for, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. Then I'll come back. All right, that's been burning for long enough now. And chuck a bit of lump straight on top. I put my deflector plates in the low position. Grill on the top. I'm going to close my dome, open my bottom vent and my top slider, and I'm going to wait until my temperature actually registers on the dial. Then I'll come back and set my vents. So as you can see, the dial is now just started to register. So this is where I set my vents and close the bottom slider, so I can just get my fat finger in there like so. And I close the top slider. I'll leave the daisy wheel fully open. Now I'm going to be cooking in the 125 Celsius range today. You can go higher if you want, you can go lower. It's personal preference. When I'm doing pork ribs, I'm never in a hurry. I just want to sit back and have a scotch or 10 and smell that peach wood. So that's personal preference, but today I'll be cooking at around 125 Celsius. So we are right on the 125 Celsius mark there. Got a nice bit of smoke rolling. This is what I mean about wet. It's just glistening. Glistening. So I pop that on there. I reckon this will take around 3.5 hours, maybe a bit more. So I'm going to close the dome now and have a few more scotches and I'll come back and check in a couple of hours. It may need a spritz. I don't think so because I've got that glaze. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're done. We're done for now. Time for a beer and a scotch, and a beer and a scotch. So we're just over 3 hours into this cook, and man, these are looking good, really good. Oh, still got a little while to go. Not a hell of a lot. I haven't spritzed. I haven't done anything to these ribs, but they've still got probably another half hour before I'll baste. This is the sauce. Have a look at this. This is the sauce. Look how thick that is. You see that? How thick and molassesy? That's right, like molasses. Look at that. That's fucking good. I'm looking forward to basting those ribs with this sauce in around 20 minutes or so. Got some nice pull back on the bone here. Bone showing on this side. You can't see because the video's in the wrong spot. I'm hearing thunder. There's a storm coming my way, so I'm hoping that I can get this done before the storm hits because I'm not undercover here. But I'm going to close it down, let it go another half hour, and I'll come back and do some basting. But it's looking really good. We are 3.5 hours down. Thunder's all around us. I'm going to baste these ribs now with the sauce. Man, this is thickened up beautifully. Well, it's a glaze. It's not a sauce. It's a glaze. Oh man. I'm going to glaze these once. I'm going to leave the rest of the sauce for dipping or not. Well, dipping or drizzling. I'm going to leave these on for another 10 minutes. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to rest them. I'm going to slice in because I've been drinking for a long time and it's time to eat. Yeah. That's it. Boom. Done, baby. So that's been around 15 minutes. These are ready to come off. This rain's just about to come down here, so I don't like getting wet. I'm going to take these off, put this on a cutting board, take them inside and slice them up. This was one of my favourite days. I've had the best time doing this video today. That sauce has turned out perfect. I love it. I may have reduced it down a little bit too much. It was quite thick, and I've actually had to heat it up so I could drizzle it over the ribs at the end because I thought I'd just be a little bit wanky and it would look good in a video. So if you're going to try this sauce, chuck in a bit of chili powder or half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper or something. There's lots of things in there you may want to put it into your sauce, but I didn't. Go for it. But for me, this sauce is beautiful. Maybe if anything, reduced a little bit too much, so it was a little bit too sticky. That's something to keep in mind. Thanks for watching. Look, please subscribe, like, follow. Really enjoyed this cook. Thanks for watching. See you next time.